Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we have a blast from the past in Inalla Archmage Ritualist. For those who don't know, Inalla Archmage Ritualist was the first pre-constructed commander deck I ever purchased, and it was my introduction to the format. At the time, I wasn't very good at Commander, and I'm still learning new things all the time. But I do feel I've come a long way in my journey to understand this format, so I figured I'd take another whack at this commander. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Inalla Archmage Ritualist is a 5-mana 4/5 legendary human wizard with Eminence. Eminence is a key word that WotC regrets printing. Basically, if this creature is our commander and is sitting in the command zone or on the battlefield, we have a special ability. In Inalla's case, we get to make token copies of wizards for only 1 mana. The restriction on that ability is that the copies are sacrificed at our end step. They do get haste though, but it only triggers when a creature enters the battlefield. Also, we may tap 5 untapped wizards we control to cause target player to lose 7 life. Of course, Inalla has to be on the battlefield to activate that ability. So, we want a lot of wizards in the deck. We're not a Spellslinger deck, but we are a Kindred deck, so some support along those lines are also warranted. Finally, since we're having fun with my second favorite creature type, I decided to go all out. We are a Bracket 4 deck, and our deck is over $1,000. Apologies to your wallet. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from new sponsor, T-Fury. For almost 10 years, I've been a loyal customer of T-Fury, and I'm so happy to finally be sponsored by them. No, seriously, my first order with them was in May of 2016. Every day, T-Fury has new shirts for sale that are discounted because they are print to order. They take care of their artists, have great customer service, and their designs are wonderful. If you feel that you need more pop culture or geek wear, go check them out. But be sure to click the link down below so they know who sent you. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm streaming on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. Sometimes I'm building commander decks, other times I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, but you're always welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Our land base consists of Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Ancient Tomb, Polluted Delta, Bloodstained Mire, Scalding Tarn, Misty Rainforest, Marsh Flats, Wooded Foothills, Flooded Strand, Verdant Catacombs, Arid Mesa, Xander's Lounge, Watery Grave, Blood Crypt, Steam Vents, Morphic Pool, Luxury Suite, Training Center, Undercity Sewers, Raucous Theater, Thundering Falls, Riptide Laboratory, Bajuka Bog, Field of the Dead, 2 islands, 2 snow-covered islands, 2 swamps, 2 snow-covered swamps, 2 mountains, and 2 snow-covered mountains. The split between snow-covered and non-snow-covered is to help trigger Field of the Dead. Also, the reason we're running 12 basics is because we're in Bracket 4, and Blood Moon exists here. So, lots of fetches, lots of type lands, and more basics than many people are used to running. Our mana ramp package consists of Ruthless Technomancer, Black Market Connections, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Dominance, Talisman of Indulgence, Talisman of Creativity, Dimir Signet, Rakdos Signet, Izzet Signet, Mind Stone, Felwar Stone, Herald's Horn, Isochron Scepter, and Dramatic Reversal. Lots of ways to stay ahead of the curve and even generate infinite mana as needed. For card advantage, we've got Bloodline Necromancer, Step Through, Archaeomancer, Azami Lady of Scrolls, Vidalcan Aether Mage, Rhystic Study, Demonic Tutor, Vampiric Tutor, Seagate Oracle, Robe of the Archmage, Kindred Discovery, Windfall, and Echo of Eons. Some tutors to find game-ending combos, along with lots of other ways to keep our hands full. Our interaction and spot removal package consists of Aether Channeler, Counterspell, Negate, Abrade, Bedevil, Terminate, Hero's Downfall, Flame of Anor, Feed the Swarm, Withering Torment, Fierce Guardianship, Force of Will, Force of Negation, Wizard's Retort, An Offer You Can't Refuse, Chaos Warp, Rakdos Charm, and Flusterstorm. Lots of ways to remove annoying permanents or spells. Our board wipes consist of Toxic Deluge, Blasphemous Act, and Cyclonic Rift. Lots of ways to reset the game as needed. The core of our deck consists of Naban, Deed of Iteration, Harmonic Prodigy, Dualcaster Mage, Naramiha, Master Wizard, Archmage of Echoes, and Timestream Navigator. Supporting our plan, we've also got Hexing Squelcher, Ghostly Flicker, Essence Flux, Displace, Conjurer's Closet, Reflections of Litjara, and Molten Echoes. Lots of ways to close out the game. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 52 mana sources, split between 37 lands and 15 pieces of ramp. Heavy, I know, but some of our combos are mana intensive, so it's fine. 13 pieces of card advantage. 18 pieces of interaction. 3 board wipes. 3 pieces of Graveyard Hate in Rakdos Charm, Echo of Eons, and Bajuka Bog. Several sudden I win cards, and I'd like to go over some of them now with you. To start us off, we've got Timestream Navigator, who allows us to take an infinite number of turns. We need a way to flicker him every turn, and we need to have the City's Blessing, but both of those aren't difficult with this deck. Conjurer's Closet will do in a pinch. We create a hasty token copy with our commander, then activate the token, giving us an extra turn. We then flicker the original with Conjurer's Closet at our end step, and do it again. In fact, we do it every turn from now till we find a game-ending combo. Now, quick note about running a card like Timestream Navigator in this deck. Whether we're running this with Riptide Laboratory or Conjurer's Closet, this is the combo that pushes us into a Bracket 4 territory. Without this combo, we could just cut a few of our Game Changers and call it a Bracket 3 deck. Now, for this combo to actually do anything, you need a lot of extra mana every turn, and you're going to want to draw extra cards every turn, or have a threat on board that'll help you end the game. Otherwise, you're just creating an infinite turns loop that'll make your opponents flip the table. Which can be fun in its own right. What did you expect from a Bracket 4 deck anyway? Flowers and puppies? Speaking of game-ending combos, this one's a bit crazy, so stick with me. We need Ruthless Technomancer and Bloodline Necromancer to pull this off. Bloodline Necromancer needs to be in our hand, and Ruthless Technomancer needs to be in our graveyard. We cast Bloodline Necromancer, triggering itself and Inalla. We resolve the Necromancer trigger first, targeting Ruthless Technomancer and returning it to the battlefield. This causes 2 more triggers to be added to the stack, that of Ruthless Technomancer and a second Inalla trigger. We resolve the Ruthless Technomancer trigger, sacrificing the Bloodline Necromancer and generating 3 treasures. We then use one of those treasures to resolve one of Inalla's triggers, creating a token copy of Ruthless Technomancer. When it enters the battlefield, we sacrifice the original non-token Ruthless Technomancer, creating 2 treasure tokens. Now we finally resolve the other Inalla trigger, using a treasure to pay for it, to make a copy of Bloodline Necromancer. We use its trigger to bring back the non-token Bloodline Necromancer from our graveyard to the battlefield, starting the loop all over again. This loop creates 3 treasures, and 2 token copies of creatures, and it is infinitely repeatable. So we just go until we have enough wizards to activate Inalla over and over again, killing our opponents. Do you have an Inalla Archmage Ritualist commander deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Drya, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Conga, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard, Boomy, Osra, Justin, Golden Walker, Captain Hammer, Sleech, Mr. Salty, Daniel Zombie, and Black Dragon. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.